What is going on YouTube? This is RedHorseNoggle, and welcome to the official Monday Night Raw review where we get to see the fallout of SummerSlam 24 hours after. So guys, Monday Night Raw, it's here. The aftermath of SummerSlam, which was, my honest opinion, a fucking horrible show. But anyways, if you want my in-depth thoughts and opinions about SummerSlam, make sure you go check out my review. It's up on the channel. I have Roaring Games on there too. He shares his thoughts and opinions on the pay-per-view. It's over an hour long, so it's a little bit lengthy. I apologize about that, and I know it was uploaded late. I apologize about that. There was some complications with the editing process and stuff like that, but it's up on the channel right now, so make sure you go check that out. It's an hour though, so I'm warning you, it's a little bit long, so if you have the time, check it out, please. Thank you. Anyways, Raw, 24 hours after SummerSlam. Really nothing on the show tonight. Not really sure why. There's just one thing on the show that, that stood out of everything, and that was the opening segment, which leads me into describing what the opening segment was. So, the show started off with the Fatal 4-Way, or a replay of the Fatal 4-Way match from last night between Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman. And obviously, Brock Lesnar retained. So, Brock Lesnar came out on Raw with Paul Heyman, talked about the match last night. He said, "Oh, I don't give predictions. I give spoilers." Blah 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 blah. Talks about the match. Then he talked about if somebody's gonna take the Conqueror down. Blah blah blah. Something along those lines. Anyways, Lesnar was just hopping around and stuff like always, and Paul Heyman always cuts a good, fucking good promo. So, good promo by Paul Heyman about last night's SummerSlam. So, anyways, what really happened during this segment was Braun Strowman came out and started to attack Lesnar, and he basically beat the crap out of him. So Lesnar looked very weak compared to Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman looked hell strong. He looked very strong, and this was a great move because this is the match that everyone's been wanting for a while. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. Two monsters collide with one another. It's almost like a Goliath versus Goliath match, and people have been wanting it for a while. So, yeah. Then Braun Strowman decided to pick up the Universal title after he was done attacking after he was done attacking Brock Lesnar, and he decided to pick up the title. So obviously it's a sign that he wants a Universal title match, which later on the night they confirmed that for No Mercy, for the main event, it will be Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. So the main event's confirmed for No Mercy. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at No Mercy at the end of September. So, very exciting. I thought they would do this match a little bit later because technically Samoa Joe... Oh, God, what did I do? Technically Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar are not really done with each other. But I guess, they wanted to do something fresh since, they're just coming off from some... Can't even talk right now. That's how tired I am and exhausted I am from yesterday's SummerSlam. But they just came out of SummerSlam, and they want to start something new, a fresh feud. So obviously their mentality is that they want to create something new, or a new feud. So they picked Strowman and Lesnar, which is exciting, but I thought they would do it a little bit later. I'm not saying I'm not excited for the match, but I thought they would do Joe versus Lesnar later on. Well, not later on, but I thought they would do Joe versus Lesnar or a rematch at No Mercy, but obviously that's not the case because Strowman will be getting his match against Brock Lesnar at No Mercy for the Universal title. Big Cass versus Enzo Amore in a Brooklyn Street Fight. Does anybody care? Does anybody care? The match last night with Big Show and Big Cass, nobody cared. Tonight, Big Cass versus Enzo Amore. Nobody cared. I didn't care. Nobody cared. I even checked on Twitter. Nobody cared. You know what I did? I took a piss break. That's what I did. I took a piss break. I was on my phone, checking Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. No, literally nobody cared about the match. I mean, what else do you want me to say? I mean, I even said on my review yesterday, I want this feud to end. I want this feud to end badly. This feud has been stretched for way too long now, and it just needs to end quickly and immediately. But my only thing is, why are they doing Enzo versus Big Cass now, tonight, on Raw? A Brooklyn street fight. And it didn't even feel like a street fight, to be honest. It felt like a no DQ match more than a street fight. Anyways, really nothing happened during the match. It was mostly Cass dominating Enzo Amore. But it was one point in the match where Enzo Amore pulled down the top rope, and then Cass went over the top rope, and then he hit his knee, and then the referee checked up on his knee. Turned out he injured his knee while landing on the outside of the ring, and then they had to end the match because Cass was not able to compete. So Enzo Amore got the victory over Big Cass by technicality. But this kind of makes me think that they're gonna have another match maybe next week on Raw, because technically Big Cass didn't lose, so he's gonna be like, I didn't get to beat you properly, so I want my rematch. And then we're gonna get another match between Big Cass and Enzo. Get me a fucking cold glass of bleach, pour into my eyes, and give me a cup just so I can drink it just from this feud, because I am sick and tired of this feud. I'm sick and tired of it. I want it to end. I want it to end so badly. I don't know why they're still stretching it out, because this is not one of the best feuds on Monday Night Raw, and I don't know why they're stretching it in the first place. If nobody cares, why did you even break it in the first place? One of the huge mistakes you've ever made. One of the hugest mistakes you ever made. Anyways, Enzo won by technicality because of Big Cass's knee injury. Backstage segment with Emma. This whole thing with Emma give Emma a chance stuff. This is just leading her to give her a chance to be a jobber. That's all it is. It's her chance to be a jobber, because she had a match with Nia Jax, and Nia Jax was from behind. Like, oh, it's not going to be like give Emma a chance. It's going to be give Emma CPR. It was okay, but I mean, the women's acting, I don't know why. I don't know what's up with the women in WWE, because the women in WWE have really bad acting for some reason. Like, they can't really act and follow a script or do their own thing. I'm not sure if it's because of WWE officials, but they seem very robotic, if you ask me. They don't seem to go their own flow. It's like they're reading off a paper, man. Like, the acting's terrible. The dialogue is terrible. It's like, who writes this shit, bro? Who writes this shit? Anyways, Emma versus Nia Jax. I mean, this is kind of predictable. Nia Jax won in a quick match that nobody cared about. Give Emma a chance. Yeah, more like give Emma a chance to be a jobber. Start the hashtag. Hashtag give Emma a chance to be a jobber. Elias Sampson came out, cut one of his promos about Brooklyn, sang another song, blah, blah, blah. Then R-Truth came out, interrupted him, and then same old shit that happened 2 weeks ago. Or was it 2 weeks ago or last week on Raw? I can't remember. But anyways, Elias versus R-Truth. Nobody cares. I mean, I like Elias, but R-Truth, really? No, does anybody care about R-Truth now? No. Anyways, Elias won the match, literally, in quick fashion. Literally, nobody cared. I didn't care. Nobody cared. I mean, what do you guys want me to say, man? What? Oh, I thought the match was good? What? What do you want me to say? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Nothing happened. Not really much happened on Raw tonight, besides, a few things, but most of the matches they made up, I didn't care about at all. Anyways, Elias won the match. Hopefully hopefully he gets a feud soon, because I'm sick and tired of him being, with jobbers, man. Give Elias a meaningful feud or a match or something. Alright, Kurt Angle came out to announce, to make a huge announcement on Raw. And that huge announcement was what I said last night, that John Cena is now going to be a part of Monday Night Raw. He's now on Team Red brand, and which I think it could be a good thing if they can use him properly, because there's a lot of matches that you could make with John Cena that can be high caliber matches. You have Samoa Joe. You can wait for Reigns. I'm not saying it's gonna be the greatest match ever, But you could wait. You can do Roman Reigns versus John Cena at WrestleMania. That's what the plan is looking like. But anyways, you can do but the big one I want is Samoa Joe versus John Cena. That could be a great feud stretching out for the Raw brand after SummerSlam. And if they don't do that feud and instead do the John Cena versus Roman Reigns feud, I mean, what's next for Samoa Joe? What's next for Samoa Joe? What's Samoa Joe gonna do? I mean, Reigns could go after maybe The Miz, maybe go for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm not really sure, but what they really should focus on is Samoa Joe versus John Cena, because that match is going to be a hell of a match. The build up that Cena, I respect Cena because Cena can actually hype up a match. And Samoa Joe is just great at what he does when it comes to the mic and in the ring. So those two combined, gold, baby. It's gold. Anyways, then Roman came out to confront Cena. Then they had like a little stare down. Cena said, "Oh, you're the guy I'm looking for." Then they had like a little stare down stuff. Vince was probably in the back jizzing his pants. And so was Kevin Dunn. Then the Miztourage comes out. Then Miz goes off. He goes off in his promo. It's like he went off the script for this one. Like, he was just saying, I haven't gotten my spotlight, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's right, because last night, he was fighting in front of an empty audience. So he was like, I didn't get my spotlight, I didn't get my moment, I didn't get this, I didn't get that, and I'm the IC champion, blah, blah, blah. Which, what he said is true. But, WWE says, fuck you. And then Samoa Joe starts to get into the mix. Then he says that Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel will not be, or Bo Dallas or Curtis Axel will not be Miz's tag team partner, because he wants a little piece of John Cena and Roman Reigns, so he's going to be Miz's tag team partner. Then Joe starts to attack Cena, and then from there, everyone just starts to attack each other, and then with Cena and Roman standing tall. Then at one point, the crowd chants, "You both suck," which I thought was pretty funny, because first off, New York doesn't like Roman Reigns. New York doesn't like John Cena, especially. New York doesn't like Roman Reigns because he's basically John Cena 2.0 in terms of how he's booked and how he's pushed. And John Cena's been at the top guy for a very, very, very long time, and he's been bearing talent for some. And yeah, I mean, New York doesn't really like John Cena. I mean, I'm not saying I hate Cena. I respect Cena for what he does and his dedication and what he can do and how dedicated he is in terms of, matches and stuff. But Roman Reigns is a different story. The dude has no passion, no charisma, nothing like that. He's very bland in the ring. I mean, you can put up good matches, but when it comes to like regular matchups, he's very bland in the ring, very boring at times, and it's just, they want this guy to be the next John Cena? Like, really? Get your fucking head straight, will you? Then all of a sudden, after commercial break, we get an 8-man tag team cruiserweight match, which came out of nowhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm guessing they just had to put the cruiserweights on the show somehow. So they were just like, all right. Vince, I have an idea. Wait, you said you wanted everybody? Alright. Here's an 8-man cruiserweight match for you. Put on the show. Like, what the fuck? Really, an 8-man tag team match? What's that gonna do for anybody? Nothing at all. I don't know why this match was booked in the first place, because I didn't care at all. Most of these matches I didn't even care at all about. But all you need to know is Cedric Alexander picked up the pinfall victory, and that's about it. Because, I mean, what do you want? What else do you want me to say? 8-man tag team match? What am I supposed to dissect from an 8-man tag team match? I mean, the match was okay. Not really fantastic, but it was okay. But not great. But all you need to know is Cedric Alexander picked up the victory. And I couldn't even tell who was with who, because literally, once you got back from commercial break, match started. Like, oh, I was drinking like a beverage, water or something, and then all of a sudden, cruiserweight match. Out of nowhere. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you're telling me that you're just gonna book the cruiserweights in an 8-man tag team match? Very uncreative. Very, very, very uncreative of WWE to do that. Speaking of cruiserweights, next up we see Neville, and he decides to cut a promo about his match last night. Of course, he won the Cruiserweight Championship last night in an empty audience because that's fucked up. But Tozawa comes in with Titus O'Neil, and then he's all like, "What do you want?" And then I think Tozawa was all like, "Rematch." So we are getting a Cruiserweight Championship rematch on 205 Live tomorrow. So make sure you look out for that because I will be at the Barclays Center tomorrow for SmackDown Live. So I will record reactions and stuff at the Barclays Center. So make sure you look out for that. And yeah. So, I mean, really, a rematch again? I mean, I'm excited that there's going to be a title defended when I'm going to the show. But the fact that we're getting another Tozawa versus Neville match. I mean, this is like the third or fourth time we're getting this match. Like, really? Really? Great Balls of Fire, Monday Night Raw, SummerSlam, and now 205 Live. Four times. I mean, really? Uncreative. Very uncreative. I get it, you need something big for 205 Live, but if it's just a rematch, then why care? Why do I care? Why do I care? If Tozawa wins, then what was the point of giving Neville the title in the first place? Then Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins came out, the new Raw Tag Team Champions. They talked about their celebration and how they're the new tag team, or the new biggest tag team in the tag team division. And that came up short because the Hardy Boys came out and decided to challenge Ambrose and Rollins in a match. So they got a ref, they got their match. It was actually a pretty good match, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, because Ambrose and Rollins are pretty good, and they have the Hardy Boys, which they can put up really great matchups. But, what was I going to say? It was a really good match, though. I'm surprised. This was probably, like, the best matchup on the show. And, Ambrose and Rollins actually won the match, and I thought they should have won the match to look great as tag team champions. So, Ambrose and Rollins did finish off Jeff Hardy with the dirty deeds and then the knee thing that Seth Rollins does. I'm not sure what it's called. But they finished off Jeff Hardy. Ambrose and Rollins won. Pretty good match. I was pretty entertained by it. You know, the Hardy Boys. We've never seen the Hardy Boys and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose face to face. So it was a pretty interesting combination for a match. And I'm glad it came out well. Very well. So what's next for Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose? I'm thinking Cesaro and Sheamus, because if you saw backstage, or if you were watching Raw, backstage Cesaro and Sheamus were watching the matchup between the Hardy Boys and Ambrose and Rollins. So my only guess is that Cesaro and Sheamus will get the rematch clause against Ambrose and Rollins, possibly at No Mercy. So that might be the plan for Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in terms of the Raw Tag Team Championships. So make sure you look out for that if it happens. But anyways, Hardy Boys versus Ambrose and Rollins, good match. Ambrose and Rollins did pick up the victory. As I said before, they announced at No Mercy, Brock Lesnar is going to defend the Universal Championship against Braun Strowman. I was hoping there'd be like some sort of stipulation, maybe, you know, because maybe a table, not a tables match, but something extreme. Because if you think about it, Braun Strowman put Brock Lesnar through 2 announce tables, so Brock Lesnar's obviously going to want to beat the crap out of him. I guess he's going to use his bare hands, but I guess he doesn't want a chair or anything, or a table, or anything like that, so it's just going to be a regular matchup. I thought it'd be like maybe a Extreme Rules matchup or something, or a Last Man Standing match or something like that, but no, I'm fine with it, to be honest. I'm fine with just a regular matchup, but we're getting the match, though, and it's going to be a fucking monster fest, and it's going to be great. If you saw SummerSlam yesterday and saw the confrontation between Brock Lesnar and Strowman, you know this match is going to be good. Then Sasha Banks came out, talked about her celebration, or talked about her victory over Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. Then Alexa Bliss came out. She was talking about, you know, like, oh, you're not even a real champion. You haven't even successfully defended the championship once in your life or once in your career. And she was kind of right about that. She is. Because I don't want to bring up Charlotte and Sasha's feud, because that feud was just really repetitive and irritating, and I just wanted it to end. but Sasha would always lose the title against Charlotte when she's defending it. So Sasha has never really successfully defended the title, but the fact that Alexa pointed that out means that Sasha is obviously going to retain the title. But Sasha was pointing out that I'm going to defend this title, and let's do it right now in Brooklyn. But Alexa said no. We'll do it next week in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where Monday Night Raw is going to be next week. So next week on Raw, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. I mean, it's kind of obvious just from this promo that Sasha's going to retain the championship. I don't think she's going to lose it at No Mercy. I'm hoping they actually give her a run with the title, because her last title run, I believe, was 20 days. 20 days, which is not good. So hopefully they give her a run with the title. I'm thinking at No Mercy, what's going to happen is Alexa versus Sasha for the third time. So that's going to be the matchup, I believe, at No Mercy. Their rematch on Raw might lead to another match at No Mercy or something like that. Maybe a screwy finish, or maybe like a mistake or something. They need to be creative with how the finish goes if they want to stretch this feud until No Mercy. So they need to look out for that. Jason Jordan versus Finn Balor. Jason Jordan won a competition. He went to his supposed father, Kurt Angle, and won a competition. So he asked for Finn Balor, because obviously The Miz is in the tag team main event. So he asked for Finn Balor. He got his match with Finn Balor. Match was okay. I mean, really, we all saw what was coming. Finn Balor won the match. Coup de grace. It was alright a match. I mean, nothing really to go over. I mean, Jason Jordan is starting to go on a losing streak, so maybe that means something. I don't know. Maybe he might demand his father competition or something. Maybe Dad, I'm losing matches and stuff like that. Maybe give me some advice or something. I don't know. I really don't know what they're trying to do with Jason Jordan, but whatever it is, they need to think about it, because now he's on a losing streak, and obviously he's Kurt Angle's son, and if he looks bad for Kurt Angle's son, then Kurt Angle's going to look bad as a father. So it's interesting, but they need to keep an eye out for that. Last but not least, the main event: John Cena and Roman Reigns versus Miz and Samoa Joe. Alright matchup. I mean, this came around the last 10-15 minutes of the show, so really nothing much to go over besides when Roman accidentally Superman punched John Cena. That's one thing that happened during the match. The match ended with an AA to The Miz. The Miz was about to do the skull crushing finale, but Cena reversed it to an AA. 1, 2, 3. Cena and Roman win the matchup. So of course Cena and Roman win because Vince loves them. Vince loves them. I mean, can you deny it? No, you can't. Anyways, that Superman punch to John Cena, I'm hoping it doesn't mean that they're going to have their feud right now. Maybe it can happen, but I thought they were actually going to save it till WrestleMania, but we don't know anything yet. We don't know if they're going to have a match at No Mercy. I'm saying do the Samoa Joe and John Cena match at No Mercy, so Samoa Joe has something to do on the pay-per-view. So maybe do the Roman versus Cena match for another time. Maybe save it until WrestleMania. I don't know. That's the match they've been wanting to plan for WrestleMania for a while now. But that's my idea. But just from what happened in this matchup, they're teasing. There's a difference between when it comes to teasing. Teasing a matchup coming soon and teasing a matchup that's coming on a pay-per-view. Or coming soon in terms of, what's ahead in terms of the next few pay-per-views or Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. You guys get what I mean. So anyways, I'm hoping this means that their feud is going to start soon. Or when I mean soon, I mean maybe Royal Rumble, WrestleMania season, let's just say. WrestleMania season is when their feud should start. That's if they're going to do the matchup between Roman and Cena. Not now. I think it should feud with Samoa Joe for now. Let Samoa Joe win a few matches, and then maybe Cena can go over at the end. I don't know. That could happen. A few matches, because they'll definitely have some pretty good matches. They might steal the show when it comes to the Raw branding pay-per-views. So Roman and Cena should have their feud WrestleMania season if they're going to do the match. And in terms of the next few Raw pay-per-views, they should do Samoa Joe versus John Cena. So that's the plan I would do in the future, or for No Mercy and into the future. So anyways, guys, that's Monday Night Raw. Not really much that happened tonight. not much of a fallout, let's just say. Nothing really much besides, the Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar situation. I've already confirmed that Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman will face each other at No Mercy for the Universal Championship. So it should be a pretty exciting match between those two. And overall, Raw was pretty boring. Very boring. Nothing really happened. Nothing really shocking. No NXT call-ups too, which is shocking because I thought there'd be some NXT call-ups. But no, we didn't get anybody from NXT. We didn't get Authors of Pain. We didn't get Hideo Itami or anybody like that. It was just a rumor, but, I was hoping for maybe an NXT call-up. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We still have SmackDown tomorrow, so maybe there could be a call-up or something. But overall, didn't really enjoy Raw that much. It was okay. Not very uneventful. Not as worse as SummerSlam, but, very boring and just nothing happened. Really nothing happened on the Raw side. Hopefully tomorrow's SmackDown, something happens on this blue brand, so we'll just have to look out for that. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the review. Make sure to leave a like on the video, comment down below your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I got my vlog coming soon this Wednesday afternoon. SmackDown Live vlog. I will be reviewing games tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for SmackDown Live, and I'll be with another friend. So make sure you guys look out for that vlog on Wednesday afternoon. So it should be pretty exciting. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you guys later for the SmackDown vlog. So make sure you look out for that. And I will see you guys later. This is RedHorseNoggle. Peace out, guys.